What's up, Pharma family? How y'all doing today? Today, we're checking out the Gearbox Pro Power Fusion. It's a very popular paddle. I know y'all have seen probably other reviews of it. I'm going to go into, how I feel about the paddle. My opinion will probably be somewhat similar to others, but I will have a little bit different of opinion when it comes to certain stuff. So stay tuned. I'm also going to have an area where I talk about specifically the specs when it comes to this paddle, because this paddle has so much different stuff in it that I need to make a whole section specifically for it, compared to other paddles are generally made of the same thing. So there will be an extra segment in here. I thought I should let you know that. But let's get into this video. It's got the SST core that Gearbox is notorious for having, but this one has the carbon fiber filaments that go up and down and to left and right. And when the ball strikes one of them, that filament will compress and cause the ball to launch off the paddle face. Compared to other paddles, it's not like that. It'll be absorbed through the whole face more. So that's what's causing a lot of the pop. John Q or Pickleball Studio both go into way more depth than I'm going to go into about it. I'm going to go more into how this paddle feels. So go check out their reviews if you want to, know more about the actual technology inside of the paddle. See, Gearbox is usually known for their quality control, but my first paddle I got was 7.5 ounces. The twist weight was 4.68 and the swing weight of it was 106. The good thing is when I reached out, they told me that that was under the warranty, so they sent me a new one, which I'm going to go over the stats later on in this video. I just thought I would mention the stats of the first one that I got sent to me. Like you heard in the specs, I got two different paddles. I had one that weighed 7.5 and one that weighed 7.8 ounces. I'm wondering if the weight that was missing was in the head because the swing weight was significantly lower than some of the other reviewers' swing weight paddles were. Then I got the 7.8 ounce paddle and the pop was still crazy good. Like, it's probably some of the best that I've, experienced with a paddle other than EVA foam. It's probably right there, pretty close though, because there's a lot of people that have bruises and welts on their chest where, we would do a flick and then people couldn't respond. But the new one I got, that was 7.8 ounces, had more plow through and more power. Like, I could tell that there was more power on my drives and my serves and stuff like that. And my brother experienced the same thing. He basically was like, hey, for this one and the Adidas Metal Bone review, there's no point in me even voicing my opinion. We feel exactly the same way. So I just wanted you to know that he felt that the heavier one and the one that I got from, warranty was better than the 7.5 ounce one that I had to file a warranty claim for quality control. But I thought I should let you know that. The new recent one I got is super overpowered in every aspect of the game whatsoever. Pop, power. When it comes to the control's not nearly as bad as I expected for it to be with the pop and the power. Don't get me wrong. It's not something that's going to be like easily controllable. You're not going to be able to just freely do your dinks, your drops. Your drives aren't going to be able, you're not going to be able to smack it like you would with other paddles. You're going to have to be very, very careful and put in 100% mental effort to be able to control this paddle. And when it comes to you playing, if someone recognizes you have one of these paddles, I always tell people if they're playing a Gearbox, even if it's a power elongated or a fusion, I will be like, just target them, hit hard at them, hit drives at them. The resets and blocks on this paddle are the negative when it comes to playing with this paddle. So if you're playing with it, expect people to hit hard at you, and you're going to have to learn to develop resets and blocks with this paddle. I know it's going to be crazy hard because that's what I struggled with over everything. The dinks and drops weren't bad. It was the blocks and resets. When it came to the spin, this paddle probably gets up in the top 5, top 10 of spin. Like, every time I did a slice or, anytime I did a top spin drive or anything like that, the ball was dipping at a significant rate. And at this point, most of these Gen 2 paddles are going to, but this one pops off the face so fast. And it's got, the thermoform foamed edges, and it creates crazy good spin. I wish I had a camera that was good enough to do spin numbers. I don't though. But I would say it is in the top 10 in terms of spin. Like, you're not going to have any problems at all. The swing weight of my current one is 109. So the swing weight is still super light. You can let it up to increase the twist weight a little bit and still not be head heavy in terms of hand speed. The overall weight of this one was 7.8 ounces. If you remember, the original one I got was 7.5 ounces, and in the spec area, I mentioned the twist weight and the swing weight of the first one I got there. That way you guys would sort of know what I got right out of ordering it. And then this one is my current one I got from warranty. Okay, this is what drove me crazy. The twist weight on mine was 4.8. Oh, that is a crazy low twist weight. You will have to put a lot of lead on this. And even after you do, the very top part of the fusion is going to be dead. It's not going to matter what you do. Just the very top part of it is going to be more dead than any of the other paddle. I don't really know how else, what happens there, or if, it's made different right at the edge, but there's a dead spot right to, about this far from the top of the paddle. So you got to be very precise when hitting that sweet spot, because it will twist in your hand. If you hit it at the edges, you will definitely feel the paddle twist in your hand. Now, the sweet spot, I don't think is as bad as 4.8. I would probably give it on a feel basis, like a 5.3, 5.4 probably. But overall, just know compared to your Gen 2 paddles with edge guards, the twist weight and the sweet spot are going to be significantly smaller, and you're going to have to hone in hitting that sweet spot a lot more than you ever have. This right here is the big or the big negative. Like, it makes me just cringe. $275. As you all know, I can't recommend paddles that are over $180 because at that point, I feel like it's a little bit of price gouging. Given Gearbox has the SST core, they have their own patent pending, core and stuff like that, and their paddle plays way different. It would be easy for me to recommend this paddle at like $200. That's $20 more than what I usually limit myself for recommendations. But at $275, I feel like that is an outrageous amount. But if you're wanting something that's going to give you like crazy amount of pop and crazy amount of power, and you're willing to spend that much money, this is a crazy good paddle that I'm not sure how long it'll be legal, but if it is, it's going to annoy a lot of people in the future. So value for your money, for most people, I don't think it's going to be worth it, especially if you're not like a 4.0 plus and can hone in the power and the pop off of it, because if not, you're going to be launching a bunch of dinks and drops and stuff like that. But if you play with it for a while and hone it in, you can get a lot of potential out of this paddle. So it basically depends on how much you're willing to spend and if you're the kind of player that wants that in your paddle. Now, there's going to be a lot of people who want more control, so I don't know if I would go with this. But yeah, $275, I don't think I could see myself actually spending this much money on a paddle, to be honest. That's crazy. But yeah, until next time, stay safe, have a good day, drink plenty of water. Peace, y'all.